They do. It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. Back at y'all with another one. Let's get it, man. So the OKC beat the Dallas Mavericks last night and made the series tied up 2-2. Luka Doncic, he showed up. Derrick Jones Jr. showed up. PJ Washington showed up again. He was knocking down some threes. But Kyrie Irving, surprisingly, man, only had 9 points last night. He was 4 for 11. And I noticed in the first quarter, it seemed like Kyrie Irving made the conscious decision to not be aggressive offensively. He didn't even take a shot until there was only 4 minutes left in the first quarter. And when he decided to take a shot, he airballed it. And something just looked off with Kyrie Irving last night. I don't know if he's dealing with an injury. I don't know if something's wrong with his wrist. But he was making a lot of assists. I believe he had about 9 assists last night. So he was doing a good job of finding his teammates who were open, because I did notice OKC was double teaming Kyrie a lot. You understand what I'm saying? But you cannot have your superstar player only score 9 points and they're 4 for 11 from the field. That's just not acceptable. Of course OKC is going to win that game, right? And then you have Luka Doncic, who is a fucking probably the biggest crybaby in the NBA. He was flopping and doing what he usually does, crying and bitching and complaining to the refs. And, Jason Kidd has talked about this in the past on how Luka Doncic needs to stop crying and whining like a bitch and just play the game. And this is also a reason why Rick Carlisle, the last Dallas Mavericks coach, got fired, because, he was saying the same thing. Luka whines and cries too much, and, it messes up the flow of the game. I seen this one play where the Giddler, Josh Giddey, a.k.a., Josh Diddy, I seen this play where Luka Doncic literally ran into him, and they called Josh the Diddler or Giddler for an offensive foul. And Luka Doncic was the one that fouled him. Now, I'm not trying to defend a pedophile, but if we're talking about sports and we're talking about the game of basketball, that was a foul on Luka. But Luka gets away with stuff like that. And I think it's because the refs are just so used to him crying and complaining that they just don't want to hear his fucking mouth. The same thing with the Joker. Nikola Jokic does the same shit. You understand what I'm saying? Gets away with fouling people whenever he even gets breathed on too hard. He's crying to the refs, asking them to call a foul when it's not a foul. This is typical European shit. I notice a lot of these players from Europe, that's how they get down. They act like bitches. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody that feels some type of way, suck my dick. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, SGA, who should have won MVP this year, he showed up tonight, man. He dropped like 30-something points. You understand what I'm saying? He put the team on his back. One person that I want to see show up next game, though, is Dort, man. Dort, he usually is a problem on the court, man, but he's been having a really tough time finding his offensive flow against the Dallas Mavericks. So I'm looking for Dort to show up the rest of the series, man, and really help this team out. Josh Giddey as well. He's been coming off the bench and he's been struggling, but he had a pretty decent game tonight. So, yeah, man, Dallas, man, Kyrie, you got to show up next game, brother. You cannot score 9 points. Like I said, he could be battling with an injury that he's not talking about, and maybe that's why he can't really do too much on offense, because I don't know about y'all, like, I'm not used to seeing Kyrie not be aggressive on offense like that. Like, me watching the game last night, I was like, yo, something is off with Kyrie. Like, it just seems like Kyrie, like, he's playing like he can't really do what he wants to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I will say this, his teammates, they did have it going on, but at the same time, man, I mean, you're hands down, you're arguably the number one player on the team as far as scoring. You understand what I'm saying? Most people probably would say number 2 behind Luka, but you're the number 1, number 2 best player on the team, brother. Like, you and Luka are the 2 superstars on the team. You got to show up, man. You can't depend on Tim Hardaway Jr., who really missed most of the season from an injury. You can't depend on Tim Hardaway Jr. to step up and drop 20 or 30. You understand what I'm saying? You're Kyrie Irving, man. So let me know what you guys think. Who do you guys think is going to win this series, man? I still got Dallas pulling it off. I think Dallas is going to win the final 2 games. I think Kyrie's going to show up and put the team on his back. And I think they'll get the job done and end up advancing to the Western Conference Finals. So let me know what you guys think. It's your boy, Wavy. I'm out. Oh, yeah, thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the video to your mama, nigga.